The Oscars are often trending for making some really bad decisions, but I don't really think there were any bad nominations this year, but definitely some that I don't fully agree with. So I'm going to do my own Oscars award show for 10 different categories. Those being Best Picture, the four acting categories, Animated Feature, Original Song, Best Director, Best Casting, and I'll be adding Best Stunts because the Oscars aren't adding it until next year. I have 5 nominees for every category, plus 10 for Best Picture and honorable mentions for most of the categories. The first category I'll start with is Best Stunts. The nominees for Best Stunts are Fantastic Four: First Steps, Thunderbolts, Superman, Mission Impossible 8, and F1. And the winner is Mission Impossible 8. As much as I really don't love this movie, and I think it's easily the weakest in the franchise, it obviously has incredible stunts and great action. Thunderbolts and Superman also have some good stunts, but Mission Impossible's was done with way less CGI, more practical stunts, and Tom Cruise has been doing this for a very long time with no Oscar, so I think it gets the win for me. The nominees for Best Casting are Sinners, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, Wake Up Dead Man, and The Long Walk. And the winner is Marty Supreme. Before we get to talking about the winner, my honorable mentions are Freaky Tales, because I don't know if it was eligible or not. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, because Conan and ASAP are known for non-acting things, yet give great performances. And Weapons. But Marty Supreme easily takes this award from me. Chalamet is a great casting choice, of course. Him and Paltrow are both very well-established actors, but it's the other decisions that are impressive. Kevin O'Leary and Tyler, the Creator, are both given pretty big roles for their first movie, and they're incredible. Plus, Luke Manley is good in his first movie. Also, Odessa Azion is relatively new to the game as an actor, and she gives a great performance. Overall, why I think Marty Supreme should win is because of the mix of amateur and new to the game actors they casted and got a great performance of. The nominees for Best Original Song are This Is What It Sounds Like, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Your Idol, K-Pop Demon Hunters, I Lied to You, Sinners, Home Alone, a very Jonas Christmas movie, and I Feel Alive, a Minecraft movie. And the winner is I Lied to You. I bet a lot of you didn't expect those last two nominees, but of course I Lied to You wins. It's the most important and beautiful original song of the year. I will say, of these 5 songs, I Lied to You is the only one I actually haven't gone out of my way to listen to. I'm not kidding when I say I rewatched the Home Alone scene from A Very Jonas Christmas Movie twice after finishing it. Also, stop sleeping on that movie. It's a great movie. I Feel Alive is really great. I love Jack Black's singing voice, and I picked my 2 favorites from K-Pop Demon Hunters, but I think it's clearly I Lied to You. The nominees for Best Animated Feature are K-Pop Demon Hunters, Predator Killer of Killers, Lost in Starlight, Neja 2, and Looney Tunes The Day the Earth Blew Up. And the winner is Neja 2. Also, quick honorable mention to Dogman for being a really good, faithful adaptation. But yeah, if you watch my top 25 of the year list, you know why it's Neja 2. Not the best year for animation, unfortunately, but to be fair, I haven't seen Zootopia 2 yet at the time of this video. Check out my top 25 video or my Letterboxd review for my thoughts on Neja 2, or just watch it because it's really good. The nominees for Best Director are Eva Victor, Sorry Baby, Ryan Coogler, Sinners, Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another, Francis Lawrence, The Long Walk, and Ryan Johnson, Wake Up Dead Man. And the winner is Ryan Coogler. Honorable mention goes to Noah Baumbach because I absolutely love Jay Kelly. I don't quite think the direction is what made that movie so great, but still, I think he did do a very good job directing it. I think of all the lists of nominees I have, this one is the most unconventional, but these are my favorite directors of the year. It's such a tragedy that Eva Victor and Sorry Baby got no nominations. Like, it's just crazy. It was such a great movie. Also, I wish Wake Up Dead Man got a screenplay or casting nomination or something. At least one would have sufficed. But, I mean, obviously, Coogler deserves it. Paul Thomas Anderson was great, but Sinners produced some of the best performances and most stunning shots of the year, and that's all a result of Coogler's incredible direction. The nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Glenn Close, Wake Up Dead Man, Wunmi Mosaku, Sinners, Haley Steinfeld, Sinners, Teyana Taylor, One Battle After Another, and Odessa Azion, Marty Supreme. And the winner is Haley Steinfeld, Sinners. I bet nobody was expecting that outcome. I have no honorable mentions this time, but this was easily the tightest race. Glenn Close, I think, is probably the most underrated performance of the year. And Odessa Zion might be 1A, 1B, the biggest Oscar snub this year. Tiana Taylor was first place for me for a while, and then I rewatched Sinners. I did have One Me as the second or third best performance, but now I think she's like fifth in this category for me because I really felt like her performance was outshadowed by Haley Steinfeld. Maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a Bills fan and I love the show Hawkeye, but I thought she was incredible, seamlessly putting on a Southern accent, having different mannerisms as a human and as a vampire. I think this is her best role to date, and I hope there's a lot more prestigious roles for her in the future. The nominees for Best Supporting Actor are Jack O'Connell, Sinners; Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein; Jesse Plemons, Begonia; David Johnson, Long Walk; and Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. And the winner is Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. I have an insane amount of honorable mentions for this one, so here we go. I'll just list them off really quick. Miles Catan, Sinners; Rafe Fiennes, 28 Years Later; Chris Evans, Materialists; Adam Sandler, Jay Kelly; Jeffrey Wright, Highest to Lowest; ASAP Rocky, Highest to Lowest; and Andrew Garfield, After the Hunt. I really did consider all of those for that fifth place spot, and the closest were Miles Catan, who I'm really shocked didn't make my personal top five, and Sandler, who I'm sad didn't, but he was great anyway. If you have any questions about any of the others on my list, like why I included them, comment and I'll respond and explain. So now back to the actual nominees. Jack O'Connell sang and performed great in Sinners. Plemons gave by far the best performance of his career. David Johnson will be a multi-time Oscar winner in the future. Mark my words. He was really great in Long Walk. And Sean Penn, while I think his performance is a little overrated, I mean, it was obviously great. But ultimately, I went with Elordi. I never knew he could actually act like that, and he completely disappears into this role. Him silently selling his emotion is just so powerful and unlike any performance I've ever seen. And the nominees for lead actor are George Clooney, Jay Kelly; Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another; Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme; Michael B. Jordan, Sinners; and Brendan Fraser, Rental Family. And the winner is Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Again, I have a lot of honorable mentions for this one. Oscar Isaac, Frankenstein; Denzel Washington, Highest to Lowest; The Rock, Smashing Machine; Hugh Jackman, Song Sung Blue; and Josh O'Connor, Wake Up Dead Man. I feel like Josh O'Connor was easily the closest to making the cut of all five, but I ended up removing him from the list in a last minute change to put in Brendan Fraser because I just recently watched it for the first time, Rental Family, and I loved it. I feel like DiCaprio and Chalamet are pretty self-explanatory. They're in all the award shows and everything so far. And Clooney is one of the few performances that moved me to tears this year. But obviously, I'm going to go with Michael B. Jordan, one of my top five favorite performances of all time, in one of my new favorite movies of all time, and my favorite of the year. The nominees for lead actress are Chase Infinity, One Battle After Another; Florence Pugh, Thunderbolts; Eva Victor, Sorry Baby; Emma Stone, Begonia; and Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. And the winner is Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. I only have one honorable mention here, and it's Julia Garner for Weapons. I feel like in the actress categories, there were like a clear-cut top five like powerhouse performances, while the male actor categories were more up in the air and warranted more honorable mentions. Eva Victor was great in her first big role. I know I already said it, but Sorry Baby getting no nominations is so stupid. Obviously, Emma Stone was great, and Chase Infinity was robbed of a nomination. I thought Kate Hudson was good, but not deserving of a nomination. Florence Pugh was incredible, but nobody respects Marvel performances. I chose Rose Byrne because, well, honestly, no other reason than her having the best performance. I don't get how she does it. She sold the overwhelming nature so well and gives one of, if not the most committed performance of the year. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. The nominees for Best Picture are Marty Supreme, Jay Kelly, Sinners, Begonia, One Battle After Another, Frankenstein, Wake Up Dead Man, The Long Walk, 28 Years Later, and If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. And the winner is Sinners. Honorable mentions for Neja 2, Thunderbolts, F1, and Sorry Baby. I tried not to have my 10 nominees be my top 10 favorites of the year, so these ones were the ones I think were the most critically great and like artistically sound. Ultimately, I mean, it wasn't really a contest. I think Sinners might be the greatest movie of all time already. It's impossibly good, yet I feel like Coogler will top it in the coming years. So, after all my winners were announced, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Frankenstein, Mission Impossible 8, Neja 2, and Marty Supreme each had 1 win, and Sinners had as many wins as all of them combined with 5. If you made it this far, you probably noticed some big things missing. Well, at the time of recording this, I haven't seen Hamnet, Sentimental Value, Zootopia 2, and Avatar 3 yet, amongst a bunch of others. I probably will have seen some of those by the time this comes out, but I can't keep waiting and updating the script or else this video will never come out. But let me know what you would have changed about my picks and what I got right that the Academy didn't, and I'll see you after the Oscars for my thoughts on the show.